Astrology video forecast. This is episode number 43 for the first half of April 2015. Thanks so much for joining me. I'm Benjamin Bernstein of astroshaman.com, coming to you from Asheville, North Carolina. I'm an astrologer, shamanic healer, and awakening activator, and it's my pleasure to bring you these semi-monthly astrology forecasts. What's new for this period of time? A Libra lunar eclipse, made especially powerful by its alignment with the Uranus-Pluto square, headlines the first half of April. The Uranus-Pluto square's power of revolutionary transformation is further stimulated by hard aspects from the Sun and Mercury. The first half of April also features Jupiter turning direct, Venus opposing Saturn, 3 new aspect patterns, and more. And what's old as we come into the first half of April is that we have a waxing moon. So now let's move on to our individual days of the week. On Wednesday, April 1st, relating with others through healing or mentoring is smoothly augmented with Venus sextile Chiron, Venus 19 Taurus, Chiron 19 Pisces. With Venus in Taurus, somatic therapies are especially supported. On Thursday, April 2nd, you have smooth support for original thinking and initiating communications with Mercury trine Saturn. That's with Mercury at 5 Aries and Saturn at 5 Sagittarius. A harmonious flow of fresh energy is available with the Sun trine Jupiter. The Sun's at 13 Aries, Jupiter at 13 Leo. This energy also supports new beginnings and fighting the good fight, especially if you apply a little initiative of your own. Committed partnerships receive harmonious, stable support with Saturn trine Juno. Saturn's at 5 Sagittarius and Juno's at 5 Leo. On Friday, April 3rd, Ceres transits Aquarius today through August 3rd and turning retrograde in the sign of the water bearer on June 3rd. Following your intuitive flashes during this time will be especially helpful in manifesting abundance. You can receive the magic of inspiration more easily with Venus quintile Neptune. That's with Venus at 21 Taurus and Neptune at 9 Pisces. This aspect also makes it easier to perceive the divine both within you and in the world around you. On Saturday, April 4th, we open with the big event of the first half of April, a lunar eclipse. This occurs at 8:06 a.m. U.S. Eastern Time, and the moon, when it happens, is at Libra 14 degrees 24 minutes. This full moon on steroids is great for evaluating and making adjustments in the areas of relationship and creativity. The luminaries are only about 4.5 degrees from the lunar nodes, marking this as an eclipse whose impact will resonate potently for many months. This eclipse's strength is further augmented because it tightly aligns with the Uranus-Pluto square. The Sun is conjunct Uranus and Pluto squares both luminaries. This indicates that revolutionary transformation is green-lighted in all areas of life affected by the eclipse. The 2 planets of learning and communication also aspect the moon. Mercury makes an opposition, while Jupiter creates a sextile. So, what fine-tuning would be appropriate in the information you're taking in or giving out to the world? And with Mercury and Jupiter both in fire signs, you can share your message with abundant enthusiasm. This lunar eclipse's Sabian symbol is circular paths. This reminds me of a teaching I heard Linda Starwolf give at a recent shamanic breathwork training. She said that spiritual evolution is a spiral path, not a straight line. We hit a certain plateau of spiritual attainment, stabilize for a bit, then start spiraling up to the next level. En route, it may seem that we're regressing because of the challenges we encounter, but we're really clearing the dense energies that stand between us and the next higher level of realization. It's all forward motion, even if it seems that we're moving backwards. On Sunday, April 5th, the Uranus-Pluto square is rekindled once again as the Sun squares Pluto. Sun, 15.5 Aries, Pluto, 15.5 Capricorn. That's happening on April 5th. And then on April 6th, the Sun and Uranus are conjunct, and both planets are around 16 Aries. The Sun is the core of identity, so take this opportunity to shed the aspects of personality that no longer serve you. Take a quantum leap into your authentic self. On Monday, April 6th, new forays into mental inquiry and bold personal expression are harmoniously energized with Mercury trine Jupiter. Mercury, 13 Aries, Jupiter, 13 Leo. And I just spoke about the Sun-Uranus conjunction yesterday, and that was again at 16 degrees Aries. In addition to that let your freak fly message, follow your intuitive flashes and serve the collective with your special gifts and talents. A Mars-Saturn quincunx, Mars at 4 Taurus and Saturn at 4 Sagittarius, can fill you with Energizer Bunny endurance or make you feel like you're driving with the brakes on. It all depends on whether you make the required adjustment, which will be different for every person, to unleash the aspect's energetic potential. On Tuesday, April 7th, stay open to new ideas with Mercury square Pluto. Mercury 16 Aries, Pluto 16 Capricorn. That's happening on April 7th, and then Mercury and Uranus are conjunct on April 8th with both planets at 17 Aries. This is also a great time to share your message of positive change with the world. On Wednesday, April 8th, the meaning of today's Mercury-Uranus conjunction, 17 Aries, I just spoke about. If you'll allow me to repeat myself, stay open to new ideas, and share your message of positive change with the world. Also today, Jupiter turns direct at 12 degrees, 35 minutes Leo. It's backpedaled 10 degrees since it turned retrograde on December 8th at around 23 degrees Leo. Jupiter's forward turn provides fresh energy for philosophy, religion, higher education, teaching, publishing, and exposure to foreign cultures. Pallas Athena sticks a toe into Capricorn today, turns retrograde on April 19th, and then retreats back into Sagittarius on April 30th. Her brief initial foray into this sign supports worldly accomplishment through feminine assertiveness, strategic planning, and practical creativity. We have no significant events on Thursday, April 9th, but on Friday, April 10th, you can boldly go where no one has gone before, at least in your imagination, as the Sun conjoins Mercury in Aries, both planets around 20 degrees Aries. On Saturday, April 11th, Venus transits Gemini today through May 7th. This is a great time to enjoy variety and playfulness in your relationships and creativity. Venus also quintiles Jupiter today, that's with Venus at 1 Gemini and Jupiter at 13 Leo, which amplifies this energy and adds a sprinkling of fairy dust. On Sunday, April 12th, sacred sexuality is one of the yummier ways to take advantage of Taurian Mars sextile Neptune. That's with Mars at 9 Taurus, Neptune at 9 Pisces. This aspect also harmoniously supports taking intuitively guided, sensually focused action, and sensually here refers broadly to the 5 human senses. Law of attraction, visualization, and manifestation is also energized. Healing, mentoring, and fine-tuning your creative work is supported by a Venus-Chiron quintile, Venus 1 Gemini, Chiron 19 Pisces. Then we have our first aspect pattern of this period. It's a mystic rectangle, which is, as you can see, an oblong rectangle with trines and sextiles on the border and oppositions between the opposing corners. This mystic rectangle is involving Venus, Juno, Ceres, and Saturn, and it provides a variety of opportunities. It's helpful to think of the energies of Juno, Ceres, and Saturn focusing on Venus, which is the fastest planet in the aspect pattern. The general principle and interpretation of patterns is the slower planets influence the quicker ones. Venus has 3 fundamental meanings, and all lend themselves to meaningful interpretations here. In relationships, this mystic rectangle can help stabilize your self-esteem in committed partnerships. In creative pursuits, having a collaborator can lend stability and profitability to your enterprise. And financially speaking, a business or investment partner can help you overcome any challenges that arise and help you attain a larger return on your investment. This aspect pattern starts today, which is the 12th of April, peaks on April 16th, and ends on April 22nd. On Monday, April 13th, we have a T-square, another aspect pattern. This one involves Venus, Vesta, Saturn, and Neptune. This dynamic aspect pattern is custom-made for law of attraction work, thanks to the square between Neptune, visualization, and Saturn, crystallization. Since their energies connect to Venus, using your power of visualization to imagine what you want in the areas of relationship, creativity, and finance is powerfully supported. Vesta's conjunction to Neptune in this configuration encourages you to visualize not just selfishly gratifying outcomes, but those which also serve a higher cause. In my experience, service is the most rewarding thing one can do, giving far greater pleasure than just selfish gratification. That assumes, of course, you're serving in the way you're here to serve, which always brings joy. Holding a more awakened consciousness while relating with others in the 3D world, again optimally in the service of a higher cause, is also supported by this T-square. It begins today, which again is April 13th, peaks on April 17th, and ends on April 21st. On Tuesday, April 14th, Mercury speeds through Taurus today, kind of an oxymoron to speed through Taurus, but there it is. Mercury is going to be there through April 30th. The placement of the winged messenger in the slowest paced sign of the zodiac supports thorough mental deliberation and measured mindful speech and writing. Then we have another T-square. This one features Mercury, Juno, and Ceres. Focusing your mind on prosperity through partnership is a great way to use this Mercury, Juno, Ceres T-square. Mercury is in Taurus, the ruling sign of money. Juno represents committed partnership, while the grain goddess Ceres represents a bountiful harvest of abundance. This T-square begins today, April 14th, peaks on April 17th, and ends on April 20th. On Wednesday, April 15th, how archetypally appropriate is it that an aspect which can indicate financial challenge, Venus opposing Saturn, Venus for Gemini, Saturn for Sagittarius, falls on the IRS due date for tax returns? This aspect can also write a reality check for your relationships and creative expressions. However, this Venus-Saturn opposition will provide firm support for relationships, creative expression, and financial strategies that are well-founded and support the work that your higher self has for you. Metaphorically, if the building is sound, Saturn can help you add an extra room or a second story. We'll get on what's happening on our next show in just a moment, but I have a couple of brief announcements for you. Information on everything that I'm about to talk about is on astroshaman.com on the home page. Just scroll down a tiny bit and you'll see the What's New section. It is eclipse season again, as I've been discussing. If you're among the many people who experience these eclipses hitting you where you live, you might find that an eclipse-focused astrology consultation can provide you with just the insights you need. The effects of eclipses last at least 6 months, so doing an eclipse-focused session even after an eclipse happens can still be really helpful. With the March 20th solar eclipse recently passed, if you have sensitive natal points in late mutable, that would be Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces, or in early cardinal, that would be Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn, you may have really been feeling its influence. But the April 4th lunar eclipse that we just talked about on this video packs the biggest punch because of its alignment with the Uranus-Pluto square. If your natal chart has sensitive points anywhere from 13 to 22 degrees in Aries, Cancer, Libra, and or Capricorn, then my personalized guidance can help you navigate this potent event more successfully. And remember, it lasts for months and months after the actual event. Lots of downstream effects from eclipses. It's a perfect time to discover exactly how these eclipse energies are affecting your chart and how to make the best use of them. And you can save up to 55% off my full rates when you do a session by Thursday, April 16th. I'm very grateful there's already been such a strong response to this promotion. I'm actually booked through the end of March already, but I still have plenty of openings April 1st through 16th, but these dates may also fill quickly. I'll be unavailable for any client work April 17th to May 1st, so it would be wise to book with me now if you want to work during April. And I've taken a rather unusual approach to this promotion. Rather than offering a specific percentage off, I just invite you to use the same sliding scale I always offer. You can pay anywhere from my full rate of $180 an hour to the low end of $80 an hour. You'll choose the amount at the end of your session based on how helpful it was and how much you can afford. Choose a 1 hour, 90-minute, or 2-hour session. And if you're not sure if these eclipses are hitting your chart strongly, I'll check your chart for free. Just email me, info@astroshaman.com, give me your date, time, and city of birth, and I'll do a free chart check for you. And by the way, these discounted sessions can cover any topic you like, not just the effects of the eclipses. Shamanic healing and awakening activation can also be included. I want to mention a brand new item. Kimberly Crow, my partner, and I will join luminaries such as Panache Desai, Paul Selig, Matt Kahn, Julie Dittmar, and Tara Robinson as presenters and service providers at ConsciousCon, which is a gathering of pure heart-centered energy. It's going to take place in Cincinnati, Ohio at the Duke Energy Center, May 16th and 17th. Again, more details on my website. And a final reminder on this one, if you'd like to save hundreds of dollars on a life-transforming shamanic immersion, I'm making significant discounts available to anyone who mentions me when they sign up for the Accelerated Transformation and Training Program at Isis Cove Retreat Center near Asheville, North Carolina. 6 segments are being offered April 4th through May 1st. You can choose any or all. Mention me when you sign up. You'll save $100 per segment or save $700 on the entire 4-week training. This will help individuals and professionals learn how to journey beyond the limitations of the ego identity and shapeshift into your sacred soul purpose. So now, as promised, here's what we'll be covering on our next show for the second half of April 2015. We're going to talk about a new moon in Aries, the sun's entry into Taurus, Pluto turning retrograde, Mars is pretty busy, squaring Jupiter, trine Pluto, and sextile Chiron. Venus will be squaring Neptune and Chiron and doing some other things as well. Neptune and Vesta will come together, 7 Mercury events, and even more than that. So we'll have plenty to talk about, and as always, I'll be here giving you the best use of these astrological energies. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my Benjamin Bernstein YouTube channel to be notified when I post new videos. And if you like this video, please share it. This free video forecast is a partner project with iTunes' #1 astrology audio podcast, This Week in Astrology. It's also free. You can get my semi-monthly astrology forecast in writing by subscribing to my free email newsletter at astroshaman.com. Once you're there, you can also link to my Facebook page where I post daily forecasts. My personal services include astrology, shamanic healing, and awakening activation. All are equally effective in person or long distance. My guarantee makes my services risk-free. If you don't feel that your experience was helpful, there's no charge. I also offer other great products and services, many of which are free. To learn more, visit astroshaman.com. Thanks again for watching. I wish you infinite blessings as the stars light your